Hi, come on in. Welcome to our apartment at Battery Park City. Come on in. Well, we've been in this apartment only a short time, and as I said, we're about 1,000 feet from the World Trade Center, and it's the 36th floor. So I wanted to give you a little view of the apartment and tell you about the incredible experience we had here. So come on, come with me. Well, this all occurred about 3 o'clock in the morning, about a month after 9/11. We had just moved into the apartment, and I was sleeping. And as you can see, the Statue of Liberty is right there in the New York Harbor. Hope you can see that. So of course it wasn't bright and light like it is now, because I didn't think this would show at night. But as you can see, it's the whole New York Harbor. And what happened is that I was sleeping in the bedroom, and again, right after this tremendous tragedy had occurred, you have to understand the World Trade Center is on that side of the building, and the harbor is on this side of the building. It's almost as if there are just a few buildings in between. I was awakened and I was out of body, and as a psychic, I realized that the apartment was tremendously filled with people who were not in their physical bodies. They were not alive, and they were not completely crossed over either. They were in between because, as I say, the apartment is right in between the World Trade Center and the harbor. So it's as if they were coming right through here. And the apartment, which I wanted you to see again so you get an idea of the space that we're talking about, is very small. The door is right there, and as far as I could see, it wasn't an apartment. It was just smoke, and nobody could breathe. It was as if it was a reenactment of the 9/11 experience. And it was just firemen, people screaming, people not knowing where they were, people wanting to go back home, people wanting to go back to the World Trade Center, and of course they couldn't. So my spirit teachers told me to speak to them and to tell them what was occurring, as well as their own angels who were helping them at the time, their own spirit teachers. And I just said, look, you have to come in here. And I realized that out there over the harbor, there was a huge white light that was forming. As if God had formed a white light for these entities and so forth, all the spirits to go into this light so they would be taken to heaven, to a high place. So my husband Jack helped me, and they just kept coming and coming, and we were standing right here, right in the spot, right by the window, and we were just telling them to go out to the light over the harbor, right by the Statue of Liberty. This beautiful big white light formed right out there. And one by one, they just gradually started to go, and they were very, very reluctant. They were kind of unsure of where they were. So this was an amazing experience that occurred. And remembering that we had just moved here right before this happened. So it's as if we were brought here for a purpose. And we've been here for about a year now. But as I say, they just kept coming and coming, and eventually they went out to the light, and there were thousands of them that were going through here. And believe me, it did not look like this. So that took about 3 hours. And as the sun started to come up, I noticed that the line was diminishing. They were going. It's almost as if I could see the end of it then. And the light was diminishing over the harbor also. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you. And I was very blessed to be a part of it and to be here. And just to know that God really did take care of these souls who were lost. Some of them went immediately into the light. Some went with their own guides, and some came this way. And the most amazing thing that occurred on top of that was that I bought a painting. My husband and I bought a painting of the whole New York area, this whole Battery Park area, and our apartment building showed very clearly. And on the back of the painting, we noticed after we brought it home, it said, one word, it said portal. And that's what my guides had told me as this was occurring. They said they created a portal right here at this window. I want you to look at the window again, and the harbor and the Statue of Liberty, and to understand that God does what he has to do, and that we're all very taken care of, we're all very protected, and that you should just be at peace and know that all is well in God's world and that things are not as distressing as they may seem. So thank you for letting me share that with you. And God bless you all. And this is a view of the New York Harbor at night. And the cosmic light that formed in the sky was right there, right out there.
How's this?
Let's go up to the roof now and look into the World Trade Center pit. Okay? Okay, here we are on the roof of the building, looking directly down to the World Trade Center site. Right here. And here we have another view of Ground Zero.
Okay.
And over here is the Hudson River. And another view of the World Trade Center site.